was born on September 13, 1916, in Llandaff, South Wales. As a child, Dahl loved books and loved listening to stories. He was the only boy of 5 children. His mother was his security blanket. He always felt safe while she was around. Dahl went to school at Llandaff Cathedral School for 2 years, St. Peter for 4 years, and Repton for the rest of his educational career. At Repton, his English master said that he was incapable of putting his thoughts on paper. Instead of continuing his education, he accepted a position with Shell Oil Company in London. He worked in London for 4 years and then he was moved to East Africa. At 23, war broke out. He signed up with the Royal Air Force. He learned to fly fighter planes. He was in a serious plane crash and suffered many injuries. During his recovery time, he was transferred to Washington, D.C. and met with author C.S. Forster and started to write. Dahl first began to write small articles for newspapers and magazines. He wrote his first story for children, The Gremlins, in 1942. The book was not very successful, so he continued to write for adults. For 15 years, Dahl wrote adult books. He took a lot of time on each book, as well making sure that it had a good plot and characters. He married his first wife, Patricia Neal, in 1953. With Patricia, Dahl had 5 children: Olivia, Theo, Tessa, Ophelia, and Lucy. He became interested in writing children's books when he was making up stories for his daughters at bedtime. Dahl established himself as a children's author in 1961 when he published James and the Giant Peach. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was published 3 years later in 1964. This book was very popular that it was made into a movie in 1971 and remade in 2005. Other popular books that were published include Fantastic Fox, The Witches, and Matilda. Dahl divorced his wife Patricia Neal and soon remarried. His new bride was Felicity Crossland. They married in 1983. In 1990, Dahl was diagnosed with a rare blood disorder. He died on November 23, 1990, in Oxford, at the age of 74. Over his decades-long writing career, he wrote 19 children's books and 9 short story collections. He also wrote television and movie scripts.